Welcome back to the Easygoing Empire. I'm Morgan Batista. I'm your host, and today I'm going to share a little bit of my backstory with you because I'm about to go on a big, massive journey over the next 30 days. So, when I first started an online business, I dabbled in a whole bunch of things until I finally decided I was going to start a blog. I had been freelancing for a bunch of other parenting websites, and finally I was like, there's no reason that I can't just go ahead and create my own blog. And so that's what I did. And I'm so glad I did because not long after that, I ended up getting fired from my 9 to 5 job. And I pretty much just went all in on blogging at that point. And there were a lot of ups and downs. But in that first year or so, I ended up generating thousands and thousands and thousands of page views to my website. I started getting some affiliate income and growing my email list. I launched some digital products. And at that point is when my entrepreneur friends started hiring me to help them behind the scenes. And it's a lot easier, honestly, to like start working with clients and get that paycheck right away versus when you're blogging, it's really a long game. And I had times throughout the last decade that I went back to that blog, built it up. I went through a period where I was really heavily focused on SEO and driving Google traffic to it. And that was super successful for a while. But again, like I would have to go and do work for my clients. And this blog just kept getting put on the back burner after I switched to doing client work. And now I just randomly went into my Pinterest account like a week ago and I saw that I'm getting tens of thousands of impressions on my pins for this blog still, even though I made these pins like years ago. And I thought, you know what? This would be a really great opportunity for me to dive back into this blog, revamp it, revive it, bring it back to life, and share the entire process with you guys. So, whether you want to start a blog, a brand, a business, it really doesn't matter. The process that I'm going to be going through here will really apply to most online businesses in some capacity. And I strongly urge you, if you do have an online business, to have blogging be at least a component of it because what is beautiful about blogging is that unlike Instagram or TikTok where you post and it's like bam within a day like or even a week it's just gone, like all the work you put into it, if it didn't pop off, it's done. And now there are exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, most posts that you put up, you're just gonna either get traction with it or you're not. With a blog, a lot of times you don't see the payoff for months. So you post it, you optimize it for Google, you do your Pinterest pins, but that type of marketing, the SEO and optimizing it for search versus pushing it out via a news feed like you do on Instagram or TikTok. And yes, SEO is becoming more prevalent on all platforms, but it's still different. That long game SEO strategy takes time, but then once it starts hitting, it will continue to go, go, go. I have some blog posts that still show up as one of the top results on Google, even though I wrote them 6 years ago. I still have pins that are getting thousands and thousands of hits and sending clicks back to the website, even though I created them 5, 6, 7 years ago. And so if you're looking at something, growing something big, growing something long term, something that's going to sustain you and not just be a flash in the pan, not just a quick viral hit, then blogging is a perfect accompaniment. And if you use the correct strategy for it, you don't even have to do that much extra work. Because ideally, for example, let's say that this podcast you're listening to right now, this will also be a YouTube video. And then I'm also going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to have them pull the transcript of this and turn all the text from the transcript of this into a blog post that can then go to the blog. So it's not as if you have to start from scratch on creating blog posts. You can roll it into the content creation that you're already doing and basically use it as like another avenue for people to find you. Or you could even have your blog post be the starting point. Maybe that is your hero piece of content, that writing is your thing. So you first start out by writing your blog post and then you pull, pieces from that to create TikToks from or Instagram reels from, however you want to do it. But the whole point here and the point of this podcast is to figure out how to reach your goals by working smarter and not harder. Like, obviously, we're doing the work. Obviously, I'm creating this podcast, I'm posting it, I'm staying fairly consistent with it. This is only the third one, but we're going to call that consistent. We're doing the work, but we're also trying to make it easier on ourselves and get the biggest impact with the least amount of effort, right? And blogging is an amazing way to do that. It's like the lazy girl marketing, honestly. It takes work, but unlike TikTok, where maybe you have to be like on to record videos and show your personality and do all this, when you're writing, it's way more relaxed. Like, you can just be like chilling with your laptop on your couch, typing away, It's way more chill. Oh my God, I'm like spilling. I just had a sip of my Diet Coke. I'm like on a Diet Coke addiction right now where I love my Diet Coke with a lemon in the afternoon. And I just spilled it all over myself. If you ever see me in real life, like, I'm never clean. Even if I put clean clothes on 10 minutes ago, I never stay clean for long. And I want to blame my kids, but to be honest, I do it to myself. So all right, so that's kind of the backstory and why I want to refocus on the blogging, not just as like a learning opportunity for you guys, for me to show you the process, but it would be great to actually turn this back into a monetization machine and start getting some income back from it again. So it's kind of like a twofold, what the hell does that, what am I even saying? It's like a two birds in one stone, I guess. And so the way that we're going to be turning this into income is mostly through two different ways, through ad revenue and affiliate income. So the blog, all the posts already do have affiliate links in them. I have to go back and update them and like fix some of the links that got broken and do a lot of re-optimizing of the old contents that's there. But then I want to also grow the page views to the point where I am at ideally 50,000 page views or more per month. And now that goal is probably going to take a while. I probably won't get there like in the 30 days. But I would like to start running ads. Like, if you go to a blog or a website and you see like ads all over it, that's what I want to do. Now, there's like a balance to be had here. And this is something to think about if you start a blog or any piece of content where you're selling things. You have to think about the balance between making money and the user experience, because I don't know about you, but I get so annoyed when there's like 57 ads popping up on the screen and I just want to read a stupid recipe. Like, damn, I know you're trying to make money with this, but can I at least see what the recipe is? I can't even see it behind all these ads. So, I guess I'll figure that out as I go, what my threshold is for that, and what my audience's threshold is for that, and what they find too annoying or what they find okay. But 50,000 page views a month, that is the requirement to get onto Mediavine. And Mediavine is an ad network that's kind of like one of the fan faves. Like, most people make the most money there. They really like it. It's a really great network. So that's the goal, is to get to 50,000 so I can go on Mediavine. And in the meantime, there are other options like Ezoic. There's also Google Ads. Google Ads and putting those on your website is not great because they pay really poorly. So a lot of times it's not even worth the hassle of having them there. But Ezoic, a lot of people have had great success with that. So I'll probably start with Ezoic, and then just continue with the affiliate marketing as well. And kind of like my thought process between the stages that we're going to go through in kind of reconfiguring, revamping, and livening this blog, giving it CPR, bringing it back to life, is first, I'm going through and just fixing anything that's broken. So I hadn't even updated the website in WordPress. If you're wondering, I use WordPress and I use Elementor as my website builder. If you're looking to start a WordPress site, I highly recommend them. I am an affiliate for Elementor, but I was using them long before I was ever an affiliate. And they now have an option where you can get your domain, your hosting, and your website builder like all in one, which is really nice. And so I'm going back in. I am updating all my plugins. I am making sure that like my menus are correct, that my headers are correct. I updated some lead magnets to try to grow my list, just kind of like tweaking all the things that are pretty obviously wrong or need to be updated. And then once I do that, I'm going to actually be going into the posts and re-optimizing the posts. And so I'll probably do a whole nother episode about what that looks like and kind of maybe give you guys a checklist of how to optimize your blog posts. But a lot of them have like missing links or broken links, or when you are using Amazon affiliate links on your website, you use actually like an HTML code to which, listen, if you're not a technical person, this sounds like way more complicated than it is. It's literally just you're on Amazon and you copy and paste something onto your website. That's how you get HTML on your website to have an image of whatever you're promoting pop up. It's so easy. A lot of these things, they sound complicated, but they're actually not. They're very, very easy. So a lot of those images that I had taken from Amazon are broken for some reason. They're not popping up properly. I tried updating my site and that didn't fix it. So I think I'm gonna have to go in and manually like adjust all of them, unfortunately, which is a giant pain in the ass. But going through that, so I have 55 live posts right now. I used to have hundreds, and I in one, I don't know, manic episode deleted a ton of content. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. It was probably a bad move to delete it. I should have just, I don't know, put it on draft, or maybe made it so it doesn't show up on Google, but it's still there if I want it. Deleted a whole bunch of stuff. So I got 55 posts left, and I'm going to go through all of those and re-update them, re-optimize them, and create new pins for Pinterest for all of those. I'm also going to be updating my social media accounts. I do have some social media accounts connected to this. The biggest one is actually Facebook, because like I said, I started this 10 years ago and Facebook was the place to be back then. I've got over 6,000 followers on Facebook. So that's actually going to be a pretty big place I'm going to focus on. I'm trying to see if I can revive that. Maybe I can't. I don't know. I've also got over 1,000 followers on Instagram. I do have a TikTok account, but I never really posted much on it, so there's really no following there. That would be something I have to build up from scratch. And so all of the old blog posts, as I revamp them, re-optimize them, fix what's broken, I'm going to be promoting on all of those channels as well to drive traffic back to the site. And also creating like a page for all of my links that people can get to my affiliate stuff. Like, it's a lot, honestly. And as I go, I'm going to be mapping it out and sharing it with you. But for just to keep it simple, this first week, it's really just taking care of the basics, making sure that everything is functioning. I'm going to redo the homepage, and just kick things off. So if you guys want to follow me on like a more day-to-day basis, you can come to Instagram. That's where I'm probably sharing the most content. I am going to be sharing on TikTok too, but in the Instagram stories, I'll be sharing more of like the nitty-gritty day-to-day type stuff. And on TikTok and also in my reels, I'll be sharing more like higher level planning stuff. It's more like a how-to or educational content that'll apply to everybody. And in the stories, it's more like me and my experience. So I would love to have you join me on this journey. Please come over to Instagram. You can also grab my brand strategy workbook, which is available at my link. And inside of this workbook, it is honestly worth a lot of money what you can accomplish inside of this workbook, whether you're starting a blog or a business, or you're just trying to get more clear about the direction of your business, your blog, or your content creation. It's honestly invaluable. So grab that, and I will see you guys around. Thank you for being here, and I love you. Wish me luck. This is gonna be fun. I'm really actually excited for this because it feels like I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to who I am as a content creator. Even though I love TikTok, I love podcasting, I love YouTube, like blogging was where I started, and we're gonna do it again. So cheers, and thanks for being here.